Okay, everybody. Hello. Thanks for coming. I'm Alan Holland. I'm with KEO. We started this user group a few months ago because my colleague here, Han Shi, said, "Is there a BIM group in Doha?" And we said no. And we said, "Well, I guess we better start one." And it's turned out to be pretty interesting. We have over 400 members on LinkedIn. Probably more than half of them are from Qatar. And our goal is to get them all to show up to these meetings. But we have about 35 people signed up, so I really appreciate everybody taking their day off and coming over here and participating. So we're going to do this every month, and except next month, we usually do it on the first Saturday of the month. But next month, on May 6 and 7, which is, what day of them? Is it like Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday? Anyway, there's a big construction exposition that runs all week long, and there is a conference sponsored by Advanced ACM, Advanced Conference, what's that stand for? Called Future BIM Implementation, and I've done a couple of conferences with ACM before, but this is the first one that's specifically dedicated to BIM, and there's going to be some great speakers, and I'm going to tell you who they are. Me. Robert Gris from Vicon. We've got Ashgal. We've got speakers from Ashgal. We've got Mohammed Qasim, who's the from Teesside University. We've got a guy speaking on construction, Scott Lambert from Al Tamimi. We've got Niels Falk from MTH. Imran's going to be speaking also. BIM implementations from lean practices. Anyway, the program, brochure, oh, you've already got one. Good move. Is over there. And so I wanted to give the opportunity to ACM to help them promote this event, because it's the first conference of its kind. And I guess at the end of this meeting, I talked them into giving away a free VIP pass to the conference. So we're going to have everybody, I don't know how we're going to do it yet, business card drawing. And somebody is going to get to go free, besides me and him. And Nikki is speaking also. So one of you lucky guys is going to be the winner. Any questions about the conference? Do you want to come up and
So hi,
say a few more things?
shall I use the mic? Hello, hi. I'm Firas Khalid. I represent ACM. We're the company which hosts the Project Qatar exhibition every year. Hope you're all familiar with that one. So this year, because of certain requests from Ashkel and other related government, semi-government partners, we've launched this 2-year edition, to be honest, of BIM conference during the Project Qatar exhibition. So it's going to be at the same venue, QNCC, but the BIM forum would start at 8:30, 9 o'clock, run all the way till 2. We'll finish off with a lunch, and then the guests can join the Project Qatar exhibition. This is only for the 6th and 7th, while the Project Qatar exhibition starts from 4th all the way till 7th. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm going to be somewhere around here till you guys are done. Thank you. Is that all?
Anybody who signs up today is
Oh, yes.
a special
Yeah, there'll be a 50% off on the delegate price, which is mentioned on the last page. So if anyone would like to sign up for the event today, and also if you represent government or semi-government projects, then I could also give you a complimentary pass for that, apart from the raffle that we'll be doing later on. Okay?
Very good. Thank you, appreciate it.
I'll be here.
Yes, I come to see you later.
All right. Well, I know we were a little bit disorganized with the students out there and the food and all that stuff, so I apologize for that. But what we're going to do next, oh my God, is Imran is with Arab Engineering Bureau, and I asked him to present, and he's got a presentation that's all about what else? BIM.
Thank you, Alan. Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon, and I hope everyone is just going okay. Sound disturbance there? Maybe. Everyone can hear me now. Right. So, as we discussed last time, from where Nick stopped, Nick gave some basic introduction about building information modeling and how he is incorporating BIM in quantity surveying job. And I am picking up from there to shed more lights on day-to-day building information modeling uses, how we integrate in our disciplines, and just get a little bit more detailed understanding on building information modeling. My name is Imran Muhammad, as you know, and I work as a BIM manager for Arab Engineering Bureau. It has been about 11 months since I've been working there, and has been a great experience so far. So today I'm taking you through this presentation.
Oh, there it goes.
Not working. Okay, so I've just put up together our learning outcome, what we are going to discuss and what we are going to take away from here. So, number one thing is, know what it takes to form BIM. We will discuss that, what efforts it takes, what kind of software, what kind of network, what kind of processes it takes to form that BIM. And then we will learn about BIM environment, how we actually work, how we form that environment, what kind of softwares we use, what kind of interoperable formats we use to integrate and to connect different disciplines together. Then we will talk about relationship between various interoperable software. So lots of people here from architecture, some people from engineering discipline, some from MEP. So how we connect all these disciplines together using the software, we will discuss that. And then understand the level of development. So you must be hearing a lot about LODs. So clients are asking for LOD 300, LOD 400 drawings. So what it actually means. And some people, they also get confused with the full form of LOD, whether it is level of development or whether it is level of detail. So we will also discuss about that. Right. Then we'll talk about something about 4D, 5D, 6D, and then BIM, as you know, it can go up to NFT of building information modeling. We will discuss something about that 4D, 5D, and 6D. And then, perhaps not this one, formulate a strategy to implement BIM at your workplace. This, just forgot to remove that point from my list. That will take a little bit more time, but the time we have allowed here is about 35 to 40 minutes. And in that time, I would be able to present only those topics. So feel free to interrupt whenever you have questions, because discussing the question right there when we are talking about that topic is better than to wait for the end. How many people from here from architecture discipline? Right, 4, 5, 6. From contractor side? Only one person from contractor, that's good. From pure engineering side? The structure, MEP? Excellent, excellent. We have got a good mix here. Right. So, the basic It's not a definition, it's just another understanding that what BIM stands for. Fundamentally, building information modeling is the process by which designers and engineers alike may generate and manage building data throughout a building life cycle, from inception through to demolition and beyond. So we are not just sticking to the construction of the building or designing of the building and the construction of the building, but also towards facilities management, and then at the end of the life, how we are going to demolish that facility. Right, so let's go and understand the core system of BIM. So as we know that in the core somewhere there's a model, 3D model. But around that model, we have got a few other things. So in that triangle, I'm trying to show 3D model at the apex, at the top, and then we have got database on the other end and process at the right end, at the left end, whatever. So these three things, they form overall building information modeling. Whenever anyone asks me that how can you explain BIM in few words, as little words as possible, I say 3D model, data, database and processes. And now you have to explain a little bit more about all these three things to go more deeper into it. Now, starting with 3D model. What is the 3D? What kind of 3D model it is? How many of you have used 3D Studio Max? Okay, quite a few people who have used 3D Studio Max. That's good. What do you do in 3D Studio Max? You pick up a box, you pick up a cube, and you try to give it a shape. Shape of a door, shape of a window, or shape of anything, slab or ceiling. Then you tag it that this is my door, or this is my window. Right? That's the way you work it. And then after you put it in the library, and then you can go to the library catalog and can pick up some doors and windows from there. But actually, all those door windows, do they realize what they are? Do they know what they are? Any answers? No.
No, pretty much no.
They don't know what they are. A door doesn't know what they are, but you call it a door. You call it a window. But what happens in a BIM, building information modeling application? For example, ArchiCAD, for example, Revit. When you select a door and you place it on a wall, a door knows it's a door. Right? A window knows it's a window. You cannot use window in the place of a door. If you try to place it, application will raise a warning. Are you in your good senses? This is a window, not a door. Okay? If you try to use a ceiling on the place of floor, it will again raise some warnings. Excuse me, I'm a ceiling, not a floor. Place me on the ceiling. So that makes a difference between 3D Studio Max and BIM application. Both do the 3Ds. But here's the difference. One is just a stupid, non-intelligent software which you are dictating that how to make forms, how to make shapes. The other one is smart, parametric, intelligent software which knows that what component is and what component is not. First thing is intelligent model. That's what I explained here. Other thing is parametric architectural structure and MEP elements which are dynamic in nature. Parametric, when we go to the properties, we can enter lots of parameters to it. We can enter, apart from height, width, thickness, all those things, we can put lots of other things like manufacturer information. We can put material information. We can put lots of other information in that. They're all from parameters. Some parameters are connected to the physical form. You change the parameters there in the properties. For example, you change the width of the door, physical properties will also change. So they are interlinked. They are dynamic in that way. It has graphical and non-graphical information linked to each other. So the way I'm talking about, when you go to the properties and you change anything, for example, door, height, width, and thickness, it will reflect in the 3D model. Okay, so that's about a 3D model. That's why we clearly distinguish between ordinary 3D modeling tool and a BIM 3D modeling tool. That's a basic difference. Now let's talk about database. How it forms a database. So the properties I discussed earlier, they form the database. When you want to create a schedule from the model, how do you do it in your traditional AutoCAD way? Can anyone discuss that? How do you do in an AutoCAD way?
Lines and text.
Yeah, something more?
Just drawing is CAD.
Drawing in the CAD, and then if you want to create a schedule for the doors, how would you do that?
Give it a number and just text.
Manual.
Count it.
We should
Manually. Count it. Count it and put it in your list. How do we do it in Revit? In a 3D, in a BIM tool?
It's automatic.
It's automatic. You go to the schedule list, you want to create a schedule, you select door, and then it creates all the schedule for the door. You can select n number of properties to be displayed in the schedule. You can select, okay, height, show me width, show me thickness, show me hardware, show me software. No, not software, hardware only. And then show me the material, show me some other information about the manufacturer. It can all be set up there. So once you select all those things which you want to see in the schedule, click on the schedule, bang. All the doors which are in the model, they will be there in the list. So that's the database we are talking about. You're building a model, you're not only building a model, it is also building a database over there. Since all components can be made parametric, it means any information can be embedded in the model, such as Omni class specs or COBie. So Omni class is a very, very massive database of information which can be embedded in the model. Similarly, COBie, how many people know about COBie and where it is used? Nick, of course you know that.
Yeah.
Okay, Adit, where it is used?
For transferring the information from the to the owner, handover stage.
At the handover stage. For whom?
For the owner.
For the owners and operators and facilities managers. Excellent. So all that information can be embedded in the 3D model. Excellent. You are, at the same time, when you are doing your modeling, you are also producing database. Like the specification, E-spec for example at the moment, and as the 3D modeling is being done, specification is also building up. So you know about E-specs. How many of you have already heard about it? Okay, quite a few people. So E-spec is a very smart tool coming up. It is still being developed. And then if you really follow the rules they suggest while you are modeling, then at the end of your modeling, you can really get very organized specification. How do we do it now? Traditionally, it's a very tedious job for a specifier. Models, they are printed as a 2D drawing set, and the 2D drawing set, it is passed over to the specifier, and they go with very, very minute detail and study the drawing, and then prepare the specification. Very tedious job. But with the E-spec, if we are a little bit disciplined in our modeling, if we are inserting the information where it is required in a proper format, proper way, then you will at the end get the specification done. Right, that's the database. Third thing is the process. To follow all these things, how to model, number one, you start from how you form an environment in terms of software, in terms of hardware, in terms of network. Okay? You have to understand all those things. Then, how you change people to understand that this is a new way of working. It's not anymore a traditional way. Here, you have to interact with the people at the early stage. Here, you have to bring the stakeholders around the table right at the inception stage when you're thinking about a project, not the design. Okay? You have to involve people from that stage. And that forms a clear-cut process. You have to define everything. And if you see it in a bigger picture, it really calls towards integrated project delivery. If you go and research about integrated project delivery, something similar will come up, where it requires all stakeholders to come around the table very early on and start discussing about the project, whose responsibility will be what, and how it's going to be functioned. So, what exactly we do in IPD is that everyone's success is everyone's success, and everyone's failure, any failure is everyone's failure. All success is everyone's success, and any failure is everyone's failure. And everyone takes the responsibility of the failure, everyone takes the responsibility or takes the goodness of success. So that's a motto for IPD. Same thing we have to do in building information modeling if we really want to realize the benefits in the bigger picture. It's still best where people are ready to share information. Architecture, we cannot keep on holding our models like, okay, this is very, very property, I cannot share it with you. We have to go out of that box and have to start sharing our model. Okay, interdisciplinary, okay, if like at AEB we have got architecture, structure, interior designers, MEP, they all sit under one roof, so there is no problem in sharing the model. But when we are only the consultant doing only designing of architecture, then for structure, if we are not sharing the model, they will be producing it all over again, reinventing the wheel, unnecessary work. When we already have the model, why not to share it with them? Yes, for that we have to come up with a proper, strong protocols which is defining